Top of the morning to you guys. Alright, so I'm going to try to make this quick if I can. Good morning. Hopefully you'll see the last video that I uploaded with the 2 links below, and let you go hear that for yourself rather than me sit here and yap about that. I was thinking last night about everything, because I try to keep up with the news. I don't know why I do that to myself. I just do, just because I want to stay informative, regardless if I can change things or not, or warn people. But that said, I don't have to say it to you guys. You guys can figure it out. The writing's on the wall. Things are just changing at a fast pace, to the point where it's like, it's clear as day, right? It's like a train wreck. Things are moving and changing, and people that are in politics, that are on boards and committees and commissions and city councils, they're running the show like no tomorrow. Things are so progressive as far as like the actions and the changes that are made. It's just unbelievable that we've gotten to a point like that, right? And I know back in the day, many of us wanted fast changes, right? But things were discussed and talked about and processed and evaluated before big decisions were made. But now it just seems like people are in power and they're like, nope, we're going to do this and that's that. And it's like, wait a minute. As much as it sounds like a great idea, this also impacts the other side of people that aren't really on board for this whole gentrification, as far as neighborhoods go. I talked about that in a past video, where old east side neighborhoods that were predominantly 3 to 5 generations of Hispanics and blacks, they're gone. It's just done. And that culture, that culture and that family history and ties to that part of town is done. It's no longer. If you're lucky, you might see some of the original OGs in the neighborhood, but as far as the majority of it, I'd say 90% are gone. They've moved outside the city limits to smaller towns south of Austin. Okay, my alarm went off, so it stopped the video, so this is video 2 that I'm doing. But cultures have, families have not been wiped out, but have been pushed out to the outer city limits to settle for a new environment that they probably won't even stay at 3 or 4 generations. And that's another thing, is the family ties, family histories, as far as generations being in one area. We're so mobile these days, moving around, that it's I won't say impossible, but it's getting harder and harder to plant roots into an area and say, for example, if you've ever been to a small town, you'll figure out, or you'll find out real soon, that everyone knows everyone. They're like, oh yeah, the Joneses, they live over there, and the Rodriguezes, they live over there, and the Smiths, they live back this way, and then and the Carters, well, they own a couple properties that way and stores. Those times are just about there, just about wiping out. Even in the small towns, changes are happening so rapid that even the locals, as some people say, will say that it's growing too fast, because people are moving out of the bigger cities. There's a lot of people still moving into the bigger cities, but there's a lot of people moving out, and it's rapid. And then we get back to the whole the DV and the jab and depopulation, that it makes you think, is there a bigger agenda? Is there an agenda of control, right? And I don't know, guys. It's crazy. It's like we're seeing a movie play out that was made. If you go back 15-20 years and you see a movie that was made 20, 30, 50 years in the future. That's what we're living in. It's just it seems like every week more news. Every month we see that progression changing, right? It's not a slow change, it's a fast change, and it's to the point where it's like, when does it end? Where does it stop? So anyway, have a great day. Adios amigos. Stay bladed. Do what you can. Live your life. I'm out.